what have you. There's one guy wouldn't leave all around, but his bed was way down, bunk was about that high off the floor, and he was right next to the bars. He just laid there, and he could listen and everything like that. And all the rest of the guys, they responded to the invitation, you know, to when they talked with everything, but he didn't. So I'm trying to think the name of that guy that, he was the larger guy. He was one of the guys that was on that street where y'all live, with Ernest Pinkhurst. I can't remember his name.
It wasn't Bert, huh?
Huh?
Wasn't a Bert guy. Wasn't a Bert guy. His last name Bert?
No. I can't remember right now. But anyway, he literally went over there, and he couldn't get down because the guy was laying there, you know, about so high. He literally got down on the floor, laid down on the floor, so that the guy could see his Bible through the bars, and he read scripture to him, talked to him. He was literally on the floor now, laying down beside him, and won him to the Lord. So 7 men made profession of faith that night. Mostly on one-on-one type of, you know, talking like that, you know, talking to him a person like that. And that was Joe's character.
Wow.
There was a woman, you know, he got permission from the Brownwood Police, county jail, that he could go and just pretty well go anytime he wanted to go down there and visit the inmates. I mean, they just let him go in. I'd go with him from time to time, you know. And we went to the different places around in the other communities around there. But that became, for a while, our ministry. And anyway, there was a highway patrol out on the Brady Brownwood Highway, stopped to help a lady that had car trouble. And anyway, she killed him. She killed a patrolman. They finally got her in there, in jail, and she was in Brownwood. She was isolated. And she couldn't get, you know, where nobody to visit her or nothing like that. They knew very little about her at all, and she just flat wouldn't communicate with
Well, how did
any.
they get her? The patrolman was right there.
Well, they found, they traced her down. I don't know, you know. I don't know how they got her, but anyway, she was in the lockup, and the only access into her there was a little window about a foot square where you could look through and talk, everything like that. And so Joe would go down once or twice a week, and there just wasn't nobody else going there. And so he made friends with her through that window. And I told her, you know, I mean, he was just really witnessing to her and telling her about what the Lord could do to him and how the Lord took care of him and when he was in the war and all this kind of stuff. And so she began to respond to him. And she was coming up for trial in Dallas, where they couldn't take her to Dallas. They had to keep her down there in that area till trial time. And so a few days before she was scheduled to go up for trial and everything, and she knew that she would, you know, it was obvious, you know, I mean, she had no defense whatsoever. She had no defense to everything. Knew that she would get life in jail or the death sentence, either one. And so she said, well, what is there for me? She said, I'm in jail the rest of my life or I'm going to be dead. He said, but what if you die? What about eternity? You don't have just the rest of your life to live here on this earth, but you got eternity. And he witnessed to her about, you know, that. Anyway, a couple of times talking to her like that, she was saved. And she was genuinely, really, really remorseful, you know, and saved and everything like that. And Joe said that she just opened up then and said she told her life history from a small girl, a molestation, all the way through. Said it was the strangest story you've ever heard in all of her life, if you could believe everything she said.
Great.
And so